Hi Fast Trackers, Darryl here with another Fast Track tip of the week. Today we're going to start going into keys and scales. I know a lot of people go, oh no, scales, I don't want to know anything about that. Well, I'll try and make it fun for you, but music basically is in a key, and the most common keys are major keys, and we're going to go through the major keys. And when we go through the major keys, we'll have to learn the scales for each of those keys. So let's get started. Okay, so music can be in all different types of keys. Most music you hear on the radio would be in either a major key or a minor key. This is the sound of a major key. That sort of sound. Here is the sound of a minor key. Has a more serious sound. Now you saw me playing black notes there, but the black and white notes have got nothing to do with it. Okay, now the most famous major key is C major. Everybody loves C major. Now why is that? Well, it's the easiest to play. It's the easiest to see on the piano. It goes from C to C, and it's all these notes here. If you pick up a piece of music and you look at the treble clef, let's see. You look at the treble clef and you see no sharps or flats there. Chances are it will be in the key of C major. Not always. It could be in its minor equivalent, but we're not going to go into that now. Chances are it's C major. So what's C major all about? Well, here we go. This is the sound of the C major scale. All major scales have got exactly the same formula, and the formula is this. Here's your first note. There's 8 notes altogether. The difference between this note and this note here is a tone. That's a semitone, that's a semitone, but that's a tone. Here's another tone. This is a semitone, because there's no note in between. Here we have a tone, a semitone makes a tone, semitone, another semitone makes another tone, another tone, and a semitone to finish up. So the formula for all major scales is tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So I'll say that again. Tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. All the major scales have got exactly the same formula. Now, if you wanted to play the C major scale, you need to play 8 notes, and we've only got 5 fingers, obviously. So what are we going to do? Well, this is what you do. You put your thumb on C, second finger on D, third finger on E. Now, you do something tricky. You put your thumb underneath and put it on F. And that frees up these 4 fingers to play the remaining notes. So I'll do that again. You got 1, 2, 3. Now thumb under for the next note. Slip it under there, and that frees up the other 4 to go through to the end. Okay, so there's your C major scale. Let's give it a go. Let's try going down. Now you've run out of fingers, so you put your third over, and that leaves enough fingers to finish up. Alright, let's go down again. Little finger on C up here. Third finger over. So there's the C major scale. What about the left hand? Well, left hand, you can play the C major scale from here to here. Let's try it. Now we've run out of fingers, so we put our third finger over That's it. Let's try that again. So little finger number 5 here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip over your third finger. Let's go down. Now at this point you're tempted to put your fourth finger down, but don't. Put your thumb underneath, and that will leave enough fingers for the rest. Let's do that one more time. Start on your thumb, middle C, thumb under. Okay, so that's the C major scale. Now, what are the most common chords in the C major scale? Here they are. Here's the first one. In the pop world we call that C major, or just C for short. In the classical world we might call that chord 1 of C major, because this is built on the first note of the scale. Here's the next common chord in C major. In the pop world we call that D minor. In the classical world we'd call that chord 2 of C major. Here's the next one. That's chord 3 of C major. In the pop world we call it E minor. Next one. That's an F chord in the pop world, or F major for if you want to be pedantic about it. And that's chord 4 in the classical world. Next one. That's chord 5 in the classical world. Why? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth note. And you call it G chord or G major in the pop world. That's chord 6 or A minor. Chord 7 is a diminished chord, or chord 7 of C major. It's pretty rare, you don't use that very much. And then we're back to chord 1 again. So there they are. Okay, so that's the chords of C major. Now I'm going to show you how to make them sound a little bit more jazzy. If you've got C major here, your first chord, what happens if you play a B on top? There you go, you've got a nice sound. That's C maj 7. Now we'll use a C on top of a D minor chord. That's D minor 7. Now we'll put a D on top of an E minor chord. That's E minor 7. Now we'll put an E on top of an F chord. That's F maj 7. Now we'll put an F on top of a G chord. That's G7. Now we're going to put a G on top of an A minor chord. That's A minor 7. So there you have some nice jazzy chords to play in the key of C major. Here they are. Okay, don't forget to go to the fasttrackpiano.com website and check out all the tips there. They're all on the one page for you. And if you've got a special request, just let me know. So until next week, happy playing.